Hey guys, I'm back with my good old deck here. This is part 2 so far of my series of classic homes and how they install decks, and they did get back to me. Classic Homes did, after they banned me from their Facebook page. All I did was make one post and sharing my video. Really, that was it. And I'd left a review too, and they can't touch reviews. So they got 1 star and a shitty review. And they basically banned me. They're like, "Oh, we didn't ban you for your speech. We banned you because of the foul language in my last video." I might have said a few words, but typically what you would do as a company is you would just delete the video, right? You just delete that, maybe PM the person, say, "Hey, we don't approve of foul language," and call it good. And then maybe I would have just remade a video without any language at all. I think I said suck. Maybe I said fuck you. I don't know. But apparently they think they're the moral high authority here on issues, when they don't do stuff correctly. So, they pretty much also said, I guess they thought I was more worried about the paint on the joists and the beams and stuff. I'm not worried about that, and I never asked for a free deck. I realize we need a new deck. I mean, that's just the nature of the beast, right? But they did not install the ledger board to the siding of the house correctly. Now they say, well, we did it to code at the time. And I find that kind of hard to believe. And I'm looking up the code right now, and I can't really find much on decks. So maybe there was no code in Colorado Springs, Pikes Peak Building Department for the codes and licensing and permits at the time. But come on, guys, in the industry, from everything I can find online, and I'm just a layperson, that flashing has been being used on decks forever, and it makes perfect sense once you start reading up on it. I mean, you don't want water going in behind the board and rotting the siding and rotting your main house, forget what that term is called, the main house joist in there that this ledger board hooks to, bolts to. Well, they also didn't, I want to flip this around here so I can see where I'm pointing this. They also didn't bolt it correctly. You notice the bolts are not really staggered. They're in a line. That is improper. Why? Because you can crack the board inside, making it weaker. Also, they went overboard with the 3 lags. You don't need to do 3 lags. And you're supposed to alternate the pattern of the bolts. And also, they were so lazy, they just cut around the vent, didn't plan for that, I guess. And as the deck guy that came out already looked, said all they had to do upstairs, because we have the room from the kitchen door out, is just raise that up so you don't even see the vent above and have this hokey cutout. So, I mean, they did that all the way down. Also, this beam here looks like it's attached there, goes across, has an angle piece kind of holding it in. It has barely sitting on the wood there, and it's kind of smushed in. It's kind of hard to probably tell on camera, but the weight of it has smushed down. So that board probably is not in, that's probably not installed correctly once I start looking at this. Apparently they spent more time about the paint on our side. I don't care about the paint. I'm not trying to get a new whole deck from them, but dang, I mean, at least install your damn ledger board correctly and use flashing. Don't just put it against the siding there. You cut the siding out, you put like Tyvek type backing back there and some other stuff, and you put a metal flashing that will direct the water down the siding, and it comes right out, so water can't sit on top of that ledger board and rot and leak behind and rot. And that's how we got our leak into our house. Now, guys, if this was our only problem on this house, that would be one thing. But the other problem was, I mean, the windows weren't even installed right, and then that is in the the code, at least I can find from 99. The windows didn't have flashing, didn't have caulk, barely even had a nail holding in. Literally, one window had one nail holding it in. What the fuck? You know? So they didn't do that to code correctly. And I probably could still prove that on some of the windows where I did not replace. Although we had all new windows put in. The Milgard ones, the trim was removed, flashing, caulk, everything was done correctly. And I replaced the wood around with cement board. Do it right if you're going to do it right. Obviously I couldn't get all the windows all the way up, and I'm sure some of that wood needs replaced now. I'm sure if I remove some of that trim, we could see the evidence still of how many nails and the lack of flashing. So, I can prove that probably pretty easy, because how Window World installs the windows, they just install them quick and easy. They just break the vinyl frame down and basically install a new window from there to there and fill it in, insulate, caulk, everything, nail it in, and it's like a steel perimeter frame on it inside the vinyl. These ones are Milgard, so these have the flashing on the outside. These are done 100% how you would on a new build. The Window World ones up there are quick and easy, but they seem to work, seem to be good. I can't really complain about them. Yeah, so the deck. So yeah, they sent that email, just told BS. So, I know how to use hashtags. I know how to tag companies in social media. It's what I do. They're going to get tagged. They're going to see this whole video series. I already have 111 views on the first video I put up just last week. So, fuck them. Oh, sorry about the foul language. Apparently, that's prohibited by this moral company that can't install shit correctly. And, all they had to do, marketing 101. And here's a marketing lesson today. A customer complains. You can either ignore that customer and then they start spreading it around because you're ignoring them, or you could reach out and try to see what is wrong. Maybe send somebody out, like in this case. Let's see. At least try to take an interest in it and not right away be like, oh, well, we're just going to deny your voice on our sites. Well, and they have a lot of sites, so they can't man them all. And I'm not even banned from the other ones yet because their website sucks. I mean, their IT staff must suck at Classic Homes. Let's be serious. So their marketing guy is going to have fun trying to go around and stop me on all their sites, and can't stop me from tagging. So, what they could have done as a company in marketing is they could have used this as a good positive example. They could have said, your house was built in 99, it's 2016 now. We don't have to, but we're going to help you out. We're going to, we'll at least get that corrected to the house. Just if you break down the deck and get that far, have us come out. We'll take a look. If there's any damage, we'll take care of it because it was not installed properly, and we're going to, we'll at least get that part of it done correctly. And they could have used that as good marketing as, Classic Homes. We stand behind you even down the road, or something like that. They could come up with a good catchphrase and do it, but they don't care. They're not that type of builder. They remind me of the builder back in Michigan called, I think it was like Pulte Homes or something like that. They were known for being shit homes. I wasn't from Colorado, never heard of Classic Homes. These are Pulte Homes of Colorado. They suck. As the realtor said, you don't know what's in the walls. I wish I were taking that more to heart at the time. But I would like to go back to the deck and be a little more positive and trying to fix this issue. I got this deck book. It's pretty cool. I highly recommend it. It talks about codes. Yeah, there's my email from them. They also put this this guy was also BCC'd on. But see, this is how you do a ledger board. Obviously, I'm not going to show you the whole book. I highly recommend the book. So you cut out the siding. You do not put nails in the flashing. You put flashing in that's galvanized. You can also use vinyl. There's a few different products. You stagger your bolts because you never go in a line of stuff. That's where the joist's going to be. So in between, stagger. Just has to be a slight stagger. And you can use lag bolts, or they actually have a type of bolt now that's actually stronger. So there's different ways you can do it. And see, they put the paper behind the siding. There's all different types of methods of, waterproofing. But the idea is you want to waterproof that, and you want to make sure no water ever is going to get behind or sit on top of your ledger board. So that board, out of all the boards, that one should probably not rot at all. Out of all the boards, that should be a pretty good solid connection for all the way down the road. And then you would flash that all the way properly around the corner and around there. And that's how you do it, folks. It's not that hard. After I started reading it, I've learned more about decks than I wanted to, just like I learned more about windows than I ever wanted to. In classic homes, what the fuck? Oh, foul language again, sorry. Sorry for the kids at Classic Homes that can't hear that language. But you know what? I'm going to continue on with these videos, and I'm going to also, as we get a new deck here, whether I do it, whether I have a guy coming out tonight, whoever does it, I'm going to document the whole thing. And we're going to do this properly. And that's where I like helping people. Let's do this properly and fix the fuck up that they did. So, hey guys, thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, check out my other videos.